On his one day off that you got. Senator, good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. It's good to be with you.
Okay, so let's talk about this because there's been criticism from the left and the right about what you all were doing and what you were trying to accomplish.
Look, the American people feel strongly that ours is not a government of one. The President of the United States should not have the authority, in fact doesn't have the authority under the Constitution or our laws, to grant executive amnesty. We wanted a vote on that, and yesterday we were successful in getting a vote.
All right, I want to play a little bit of what Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer had to say as he was watching this on the Senate floor play out.
There are huge differences in the Republican Party. On the floor of the Senate, we saw the soul of the Republican Party being debated. Ted Cruz was in the well, pushing his so-called constitutional point of order, which risked shutting down the government. 5 feet away from him was Mitch McConnell imploring senators to vote the other way. And the vote, unfortunately, was about 50-50 on the Republican side.
All right. So let's talk about that split there. Leadership indicating they're not happy about how this played out, meaning GOP leadership. So where does that stand? Where does the relationship stand? What point were you trying to make? Did it help or hurt?
Well, first of all, we had a majority of the voting Republican senators supporting it. I understand not every Republican agreed with it. We all have our own approaches that we like to take in response to what the president did. But I don't see that as a problem. That certainly wasn't a reason not to pursue this. But I think the American people deserve to have us take a vote to signal how we feel about that. And I hope that this will be one of many votes moving forward in which we'll have more of an opportunity to signal our disapproval of what the president did.
Okay, let's talk about the fact that Democrats, some of them, are claiming that you actually helped them by doing this because it helped them to get through some nominations. Others say those nominations were going to go through anyway. What's your take in response to that criticism?
Yes, I agree with the latter point, which is anyone who got through as a result of this would have gotten through anyway. I mean, look, you've got the outgoing majority leader of the Senate, Harry Reid. It would have been political malpractice for him to not get through his controversial nominees, and we would have gotten through those. In fact, I mean, I don't want to bore the audience with Senate procedure, but the cloture on those nominations wouldn't have been able to ripen until after we got finished with the Cromnibus anyway.
Okay, so how do you respond to the public criticism from your own side? Senator Corker calling this irresponsible, Senator Ayotte quoted saying it's ridiculous. Can you smooth that over? What will things be like the next time you're together?
I think the it there was referring to the fact that we came in Saturday to take votes. I think it would have been ridiculous for us to break for the weekend. There was a proposal Friday night to which I objected that the Senate should take a 72-hour recess in the middle of all this. I mean, there was a 72-hour period in which they wanted to just leave with a $1 trillion spending bill on the table. I thought that was wrong. I thought it was not unreasonable to say we need to do our jobs.
All right, let's talk about that overall spending bill. There, we have a number of appropriations bills that fund through September of next year, but the one that is, I guess, a continuing resolution or a shorter-term funding measure for the Department of Homeland Security only goes through February. What is that all about, and what do you see in the coming fight once Congress comes back, now both houses controlled by Republicans?
Yes, and with that happening, with the funding for the Department of Homeland Security expiring in February, we'll have another opportunity to cover this issue of executive amnesty and to withhold funds from the president's ability to carry out his executive amnesty program. I look forward to that vote and the opportunity to stop the president from doing this.
Did you find it interesting to be allied, though for very different reasons, with folks like Elizabeth Warren, Democratic senator from Massachusetts, in trying to stop this package as it was put together?
Well, what we wanted was to get votes. Elizabeth Warren wanted votes, we wanted votes, and it's an indication of what's been wrong with the Senate and how what's been wrong with the Senate in the last few years transcends political parties. We haven't had the opportunity to vote on proposed changes to bills, and we've gotten them at the very last minute saying, hey, take it or leave it. We're about to jump over a cliff here, and you can either vote for all of it or none of it, but you can't vote to change it. And that, like I say, it cuts across the ideological divide and is one of the things that unites us as senators. One of the things that I think you'll see as a difference going into the new year with the shift in the majority is that senators of both political parties will have more of an opportunity to offer amendments and get votes on those amendments.
Senator Lee, after a busy night, a busy weekend, we thank you for stopping in, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you.